Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Oh my God, look. Good morning or good evening. It is a wonderful Thursday. Oh my God, it's so weird and it's so different doing the show on a Thursday and at night, and it's like completely dark outside. But welcome. What's the deal, beautiful people? Thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Talk Love, my favorite place out here. And my beautiful here very shortly. But anyway, we are going to get into a topic today that is a little bit heavy. We seem to do that from time to time. And then we're going to make sure that we soften it up or maybe try to have some fun. But this one was heavy. I couldn't decide on what to talk about. And it just came to me. And it was very bold for me. And once we get into the topic, I will let you guys know why that is. But we are here, and I hope y'all ready to have these conversations with me and my co-host once she gets here. So on the hottest, sexiest station on the planet, we are here on Hot 702.5. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And if nobody has told you today that they loved you, I would like to be the first one to extend that to you. We love you very much. And love is contagious, and love is a healing element, and we should spread more of it. So take that with you for the week. That's your fortune cookie for the week. But we usually do a spirit check. I can check on her spirits when she get here because she's probably going to be flustered because she's probably in traffic or something. So we'll check on her when she get here, and until then, we'll show a little bit of love to the sponsors. Keys Royalty House of Love. You guys already know. This is where the key is the foundation of love, and you can do a whole lot of repairing, restoring, and rebuilding, but it's all from love within. It's not love that has anything to do with anybody on the outside. It's repairing the love within yourself. And we also have essential relationship coaching, where we reestablish the foundation of the relationship. And we have Keys Do Love Mommies nonprofit organization, where we're creating healthy villages to uplift and empower healthy parents, so therefore they can raise healthy children, right? And we're always staying on beat with hair and makeup, with Beauty on the Beat. And if you want to join the conversation, make sure you call in 702-551-5261. And if you don't want to join in, you could drop some hearts. You can share this with somebody that you love or you think that would benefit from the conversation. Or, you could just come on in here, come into the comments and drop some comments because I definitely want you guys to engage with us with this type of conversation here. So come in. It's a safe space. It's no judgment. Honesty is the policy, right? Because if you're not honest with yourself, what are we talking about? And, be respectful. That's because you want respect, you should give respect. That's another nugget. 2 fortune cookies for you. So today we are discussing steps to healing, right? And we're going to dedicate this first show on our new date, Thursdays at 6 p.m., to a time of healing, right? Because let's just be clear. There's a lot of people that are probably around you that is healing from something that you have no idea about. And we walk around in survivor mode, which is not healthy. Like, we're literally in survivor mode, so I don't know what they do in these video games, but if it's like you're in survivor mode, like it's fight or flight, you know what I mean? And some things are just unbearable for some people, right? And we know that. We've seen that. We've recognized that just by things that you've seen on the news or people that you know personally, things like that. But these are the pictures I look at. I had to think about what I was saying here, but they're pictures of me at a very interesting time. And I look at, like, if I scroll past and I'm looking at different pictures or videos and I'm looking at me and I'll look at the date. And I was like, who is this girl and who is this woman and how did she make it? Like, how? And her hosting we came here, we did a radio show, and I hosted a Let's Talk Love with couples in business. And at that particular time, my eye was starting to affect me. And so I remember Beauty on the Beat is like literally massaging my head. We doing deep breathing. We trying to get me to a place of, relaxation and less stress, I guess, to get through the show. And then when we went to do the event, we had to do it all over again. And I just don't know how I did that. I have no idea how I did that. Literally, at that time, I was planning a double funeral. So, I don't know. We walk around, we have to put on a face when we're going through something, because you have to get up and go, right? And you have no choice sometimes to just be like, all right, I'm good. You got to pull it together. But, and you smile through things. We smile through things. We push through. But sometimes we don't stop in it and to heal ourselves. But I seen a post this morning, and because people make posts about these things, saying how people need to understand that someone may not check on you due to their life being in shambles. But we're not realizing is we've adopted such a westernized way of thinking. It's like, I'm going through something. I'm having these issues. So I don't have time for you. I don't have time to check on you because I'm going through something. And it's like, you're going through something and I may be going through something, but why wouldn't we support each other and go through it together, But I understand that we all have our own journeys in life. We all have our own healing paths to take, but we're also all in relations with one another. So it's kind of impossible to just make it your own journey, right? It's the fact that we're naturally a village, regardless of it's your very own little village with you and your children and your family, Or is it you, your family, and your friends' families? Or is it you and your family and your entire family, not just your individual's family, not just you and your husband and your kids? Is it your extended family? One way or another, we're all in relationship with each other, or we end up dealing with it alone. And I think that people know how hard it is to deal with something alone, but yet, instead of saying, you know what, I'm suffering, I'm going through something, they just deal with it alone, and I think we become disgruntled. And people may not understand why you're disgruntled, and you may not even understand why you're disgruntled, but there's something going on, and there's something brewing, and you're feeling away, and it can bottle up and become something very ugly, right? And if we're going to talk about healing, we're going to talk about healing from a traumatic space, because I feel like trauma is something that happens to us all in some form, shape, or fashion, and not necessarily of something of your own doing. It's something that is of maybe a human nature or whatever, right? So we are going to define trauma first. And Beauty on the Beat says she's in traffic, but she is not too far. And we got Miss Bowman in the building. What's going on? Hey. So, you guys, I need y'all to be interactive today, for sure, for real. And trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. Trauma is an emotional or physical response to one or more physically harmful or life-threatening events or circumstances with lasting adverse effects on your mental and physical well-being. That's heavy right there alone. And I always try to go and get more than one different, definition. But that one right there was heavy. That was already heavy. It's a deeply distressing and disturbing experience. Trauma is an emotional and a physical response to one or more physically harmful or life-threatening events that has lasting adverse effects on your physical and mental well-being. Then we got emotional shock following a stressful event or a physical injury, which may be associated with the physical shock and something that leads to long-term neurism. Most are brought on by human behavior. That's the hard part. It ruins trust. It ruins the outlook on how we see life and things and people, how we view love, how we view relationships. It really ruined that human relation that we have for people, because we have this traumatic thing that has altered the way we think about things, how we see things, physically and mentally, right? So my co-host is here, and I want to ask you guys all out here about what is something that traumatic has happened to you. So we gonna open this up a little bit. I don't know why I want to play some music, but we're not. But I do. I want to play some music, so I'm going to figure that part out, as far as, getting us some little tunes in here, because I think that it'll make it a little break the ice. I remember when we first started, we did used to play music, but we used to get cut off, so we stopped playing music. But I definitely want to probably start implementing just a little bit of music next time. But I definitely want to hear from you guys about something that was a little traumatic that happened to you. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to pour all your heart out. But, it could have been something small, like in the car or, something like that. But I'll go first, and then I'll give my co-host the time to sit down and let me know what is something traumatic. Well, we're going to do a spirit check. We're going to check on her spirits first. We're going to check on her spirits first. We got to. And I'm going to share the show so people can come on in here and talk with us. Because I'm pretty sure they don't know that our new day is on Thursdays. You know what? Like, I'm going to be real with y'all and tell you that as far as the people who do listen to the show, you know, definitely thank y'all. Definitely love and appreciate y'all. And the people who that throws me off and be like, oh, I saw your show. I'm like, what? Really? You know, so we got to let people know that we change dates and times. What's going on? Beauty on the beat. Beauty on the beat.
Where I'm not like all on the dang thing.
One more. You here now. You safe?
Yes.
You made it?
Yeah,
That's
guys.
all that matters.
Hey, guys.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey. Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Oh, my God. You already know. I was like, I fucked up. I got to make sure. Oh, here we go. Hello.
To a daytime.
New day, new time. But I got to count the fucking traffic that we already have traffic.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you
cheers,
did that.
cheers.
You made it. And you're safe. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So we're going to
Like and share, like and
peanut butter and
share.
jelly.
It's a banana. It's the banana.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
it's
you
that type of
feeling?
night.
It's that type of night.
It's that type of night, y'all.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I guess. Okay, what are we talking about? How you feeling? We got to check on you.
You know what? Again, it's just every day I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing to see the good stuff. And
So when you choose to see the good stuff, everything starts to look a little bit brighter.
because if I
I'm
want to.
I'm with you on that.
Thank you. How about you?
I am in one of those transitional phases.
Okay.
It's heavy. It's real heavy. I don't know if anybody else can relate. Nisha said again.
Again, what?
Like you say, again.
Shut up.
Karina said, hey, beautiful. And what's up, Sophia? How you doing, baby?
Hi, guys.
So, I had a pretty good week. I worked. We can't leave that out. But I was a guest on the show yesterday on Power 88. I was a nervous wreck. I was like, I don't know what to say. What if I don't say the right thing? And they were like, you have your own radio show. I'm like, but we talk about what we want to talk about. I don't know what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was because it was on I don't know. It was several things. And I equate that to this transitional phase that I'm speaking about. And then with that being said, then I was a guest on a podcast today. And it was interesting. They asked all the questions. Hi, Rain.
Oh.
Give me some hugs when I get there, okay? He be giving me all the hugs.
Keep me.
All right, so we just wanted to check on you, make sure you were good, make sure all your nerves were settled. We did some deep breathing. Listen, if you ever get in a space when you need your nerves settled, do you some deep breathing too. Just stop, literally, and just cleanse all that out, cleanse it out. So we're talking about trauma today. We're talking about healing today. So I've asked you guys, what is something that you feel that was traumatic to you? It doesn't have to be too big and too small. You can pick and choose. I ain't trying to get all in your business, but a little bit, because we're talking about healing from that trauma. And I use trauma for a specific reason, because I feel like more people can relate to something traumatic than not.
Okay.
And then we did the definition of trauma, and it of course it blows you away. Deeply distressing, disturbing experience, emotional or physical response to one or more.
Be respectful.
Physically harmful or life-threatening events of circumstances with lasting adverse effects on your physical and mental well-being.
Yes,
Your physical well-being. But so what I was asking, what is something that you think that has been traumatic for you? It doesn't have to be big.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even this topic. I just have too many far extreme shit. So for me, it's like maybe
today going the wrong way.
Going the wrong way. And when you know Vegas, right? And you're like, this still don't sound right. Like, why they got me getting off here? But I don't go the way that I normally go. I'm like, this makes no sense. And then when they had me turn, I'm like, nah, this ain't it. I had to
So never, not once did you try to trust yourself.
Yeah, yes, I did.
You put all your trust in the GPS.
Yes, y'all. And you know, like, she'd be like, which way? Go west. No, I'm like, I'm on 35. She like, bitch, 35 where?
35E?
Yes, and I'm like, well, it's saying this. I mean, I know it's
I'm
going.
going to exit 92. I said, I will not be able to find you in an emergency on exit 92. Where are you in Wyoming? On exit 92?
I should have done better. So that was very traumatic because this is the first show at this time, and I'm late, bitch. I'm traumatic. That's already like my friend.
It's
I was
triggering.
Like,
okay.
I was like, oh, let me go get some drink because she's not gonna want.
And you know what? I was gonna make one on the way, and then I couldn't get it open, so I thought it was a sign, so I drank water.
I was like, no.
But let me think. Oh yeah, it's some heavy. I got some heavy hitters.
Two heavy hitters.
Some heavy hitters.
That's
let me think of one that's old though. Ooh, all of them is like
exactly.
Let's see.
You want me to start it off?
When I thought you went.
I was like, I could start off in a traumatic. Today was a traumatic, but no, go on.
What were you saying? I would say when I got into a car accident, that was pretty traumatic. That was traumatic on a whole lot of different levels because I felt like I was too old to make the mistake that I made, so I was very hard on myself, and it took a lot of work for me to forgive myself for that. And it's hard to really think about anything in that aspect, less known, like, let me heal from this traumatic situation because you got so much going on and you're in the midst of it.
Yes.
So, we already know how life be lifing, So with that being said, it's like, it's so much that we don't even get a chance to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But we always have to pull ourselves together. Like, you always have to keep it pushing. You always have to,
no matter what,
sniffle it up and pull it together. So how many times have you had like a damn meltdown? Mental meltdown, physical meltdown, emotional, nervous breakdown in the car, and right before you walk into work or you walk into your child's school or daycare or, or a meeting or something like that, and you walk in and they wouldn't have a clue that you was just 1,000 pieces in the car, a whole puddle, 34 seconds ago.
That happens a lot of times.
Like, you don't know what people are going through.
True.
So that's the topic that we talked about a lot on the podcast that I was on today was compassion.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? Like, we're getting away from being compassionate from each other further and further and further, right?
Yes. Yep.
And so how important is it to be intentional about allowing yourself to heal, not only for anyone else, but for yourself, for your children, for your relationships, for your family?
Don't talk about you about to have me cry.
You about to cry?
Like,
it's important that we make it an intention. Like I know I went through this thing. I know I did that. And I know that it keeps affecting me. I know that. I know that I have these triggers. I know if you say red cup, I'm probably going to lose my shit. You know what I'm saying? So when is like, now I have to make a conscious decision to want to be better, want to heal. Because we know it happened.
yes.
And it's okay to move past it. But there are ways and there are steps. And we're going to talk about the steps of healing.
Thank you.
Do you want to talk about what you're feeling?
Nope.
Okay. We're just going to put with accepting, huh? It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. And Anisha say you got to feel it to heal it. Miss Booth, what's going on? We miss
y'all.
My Twinkies. I was just talking about you the other day. I definitely was talking about you. So give your sister some kisses and hugs from me for sure. But we definitely could talk about some steps to try to heal ourselves.
Yes.
So first things first, we have to be acceptant. You have to accept what it is. That it happened.
Yes. Yep.
That that you've actually experienced this thing, because you go through a level of doubt. Like, I know I ain't going through this shit right now.
Yeah. Or when you start putting it all into play, like you're like, well, damn, that was this after this after this. It was like, bitch, when were you able to get up? You know? Like, when did you stop? You know? But the cry was the healing cry of just understanding when you said the steps. And I'm like, bitch, I'm in the steps.
Physically in the steps. And the crazy part is, it's not that we waited too late to be in the steps. It's like, you're in the steps right now because this is where you're supposed to be.
I was supposed to be.
And there's probably going to be steps later on. You know, new steps.
Yes.
In a new building.
At a new time.
In a new complex. In a new hotel. You feel me? It's going to be steps. And, but you do have to recognize that it's happened and that this thing hurt me. It's sometimes hard for us to say that physically, like, hey, that hurt me. Instead, we build this defense mechanism like, nah, they ain't hurt me. I'm good. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that because I'm like, nah, I'm tired of letting people hurt me. Like, it is what it is. If this going to be, just let it be. But in reality, like, no, your feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
And you know their feelings are hurt. And you feel that they know your feelings are hurt, but nobody's doing anything about it.
And, you know, I lived through that, losing a close friend. So I know.
It's okay to say, I'm not okay.
Yeah. Even I was hurt. Like, I was done wrong. And I was, like, devastated.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally understand.
Yeah. A loss within a loss. And, you know, I was feeling like that when... Yeah,
made me cry.
I was feeling that. I went through, I felt like I was like, and I have not talked about my story a lot, and we've been staying away from certain topics purposely.
You see?
And so when I told her that we were talking about healing today, she was like, what? I was like, I don't know. It's just there. We're going to flow with it. Let's just go with it. And
I was like, why did I wear makeup?
Grieving people while grieving people is a real thing. It's a real thing. So second step is acknowledgement. You got to acknowledge that you're hurt. You have to acknowledge I'm not okay. And you have to acknowledge I want to feel better. Like, I really want to heal this thing. Like, I'm tired of carrying around this hurt.
Yes.
You know?
Bag lady. The shoulders is hurting.
Definitely hurting. And all the tension in your neck and everything.
And I've been having more pain in my shoulders, in my neck. I'm like, I got to get this shit off me.
Yeah. It's a real thing.
That's why I'm like, y'all over here.
And the funny part is, like, because I didn't know what we was talking about till today. I'm going to just be honest with you.
Bro.
So when I told her today, and she was like, oh, Lord.
I know. I was like, you know, like,
you sure? Like, I thought you didn't want to talk about that kind of stuff. And
I am.
I mean, we in it.
Well, girl, we in it.
We are knee deep in the shit. You hear me? And it's okay. It's okay to say I'm not okay. It's okay to say that I'm okay, but I could use a hug. You know, because we operate out of a space of being okay that we don't even ask for what we want.
Yeah.
But
what we get.
Sometimes it's best to identify the issue. You could even give it a name. But at that point, it's time to dissect it. Like, dissect what this thing is. Like, break it down. Why does this make me feel this way? What happens when I feel this way? What are some things that make me come back to it, even though I think I'm okay? What are the triggers?
Girl, she just saying every fucking thing that I am. I've been saying that with my relationship. With my spouse. I'm like, why am I holding on to this particular thing? Why can't I move from it? And what took me so long, or why did I not want to see the change, the person? You know, like, it just be like, asking yourself those questions and being honest with yourself. That is when you start healing.
Hey, honesty is the best policy, and you can lie to yourself all you want to, but yourself be looking at you like would you know, just like, so
I know, not to
bring up your GPS thing, but right, just to use it as an example.
Yeah.
Let's take you out of it.
Okay.
But you know, I think how to get here.
Yes.
We only been on air for almost, a year and some months, right? And then you did not trust self enough to say,
I'm like, it said Frank
let me
Sinatra.
rewrite it. It's
I was
not
like,
believing.
okay.
This is not.
It's taking me the back way. But once it starts saying to turn, I'm like, that makes no sense. I knew what. I was like, I shouldn't have did it. But I was like, no, Marquita, you never trust nobody. The GPS is telling you. So, bitch, do it. I'm like,
and it's not even that. Like, don't trust nobody. It's just learning to trust ourselves more. That's really both. What it is.
I got to do it for myself. I got to know myself. I can't trust you to tell me something. I got to know it.
Yeah, but if you don't know it, then that's the beauty of having somebody else that does. And I'm going to tell you about what happened when I went on the Power 88 show yesterday. Okay. I had a conversation with Ms. Bowman on here. She's on the show. Shout out to her. She made me cry before going on. But I was telling her, as far as trusting myself, right? Mm-hmm. And you always have that moment of, I feel like people who know me, they know my intentions, they know, but everybody else don't, right? So my thing is moving into different spaces, into different room with different people. I realize, especially being back in school, that my vocabulary is slim. Like, I know what I'm saying, but I don't have a huge vocabulary of words to say it, like to say it differently. In different spaces. Like, I find myself using synonyms of this word that I'm trying to get my point across with, And Microsoft, their new way of things, they're going to make sure they, like, do you want to say it this way or do you want to say it this way? Like, yes. I feel like they pick up on the fact that you're using the same word. Right? So, she was like, watch this video. She's like, as soon as you said that, she sent me a video, and it was TD Jake's daughter, and she was saying how you go to a different country or whatever, and you have broken language. So it's un poquito. She's like, I went to Mexico, and they was like, you speak Spanish? It's like un poquito, and they was like, okay, well, use the little bit that you have. Because if you are going there and being there and using the language, you're going to eventually become fluid in the language. Okay. And it was like, it's to take you from where you are to where you're going. So it's good to have other people around you that's speaking a different language. Yeah. So it's almost like relinquishing that trust and allowing other people to pick, for you to be around and pick up on what they're saying. So, yeah, it was deep. It was deep. And I was like, it was just right in the moment. It was right at the time.
And that's what you needed to hear, because that's what you've been asking for, too. So
that was crazy. I just want to tell you all this transitional
alignment
is deep.
She been asking for stuff, and it be coming true.
Miss Keys, what's up? What's good? I miss you. I ain't seen you since Miami. We're talking about healing today. I definitely want to hear from you guys. Don't be hush in the comments about this topic, because we all desire and need it. And sometimes we have to accept it, like, I am fucked up. Like, listen, I am fucked up. What's been my phrase? I'm healing, but I am not healed.
That is her.
And I'm dead ass. And when I be saying what I'm saying, I'm dead ass about what I'm saying. So the grace that I'm giving people, they don't really understand. They have no level of understanding of the grace that I'm giving people right now. But I'm doing that for me and for them. But more so for me than them. Yeah. So me being cool and nice and cordial and all of that, that's a part of this healing process. I'm healed. I'm healing. I'm not healed. Right? So with that being said, then we have to move into your emotions. Emotions make you cry sometimes.
I've never heard that song, though, but I like the
melody. Okay, that's homework. We're going to play it immediately after this. Okay. Of course, with the emotions, you know what you got to do.
Cry sometimes.
Sit in them. Sit in them. Listen, if you're not a crier like me, and the emotions are like, all right, it's your time, it's gonna come out no matter what. You be blinking, not crying. Like, why am?
What is this?
What is this?
It's raining right now. Oh,
there's no reason for this. I really want to take this sweatshirt off.
Dang! Wow. Your cousin said, "Give me her black card." Why? My black card.
Because she never heard the song. Listen,
Tell me who sings it.
Her black card cousin is going to be gone. You don't know the level.
First of all, I'm from Cali.
It doesn't have anything. Don't be too putting that on Cali
I'm not
people.
saying that. I don't know. I don't know. My grandma used to listen to different music. That's all I'm going to say.
That's okay. All right. But with the emotions, you got to allow yourself to feel it. Like Nisha said. And the sooner the better. The sooner the better. And one thing is for sure that you won't be able to stop it if it wants to come.
Yeah,
whatever
y'all seen it.
You
seen it. You seen it in action. I was like, this. I didn't even think like, why am I about to cry? Like,
I'm gonna take this. She done gave me this red cup. I'm burning up. I'm about to get undressed. I'm gonna ask
I have my son's hoodie in the back seat. I'm like, I need to get a jacket. And I'm like, hey,
it's cool outside. It's cool outside, but I'm burning up in here.
Like,
Sorry.
give me your essential hoodie.
Y'all wanted to see me get undressed anyway, so it's
Woo.
cool.
Woo.
Let me tell you, I wouldn't have been able to do the rest. You know, I always got me on.
Hey, when I say she do her
Keys
own,
Royalty
yep.
House of Love, I do. I would prefer to wear.
She got her own brand, and she will wear it.
Woo, child. Thank y'all for that.
The howling monkey is starting to howl.
Ow. Oh, is that no, the howling monkeys in Costa Rica didn't sound like that. They sounded horrible. I would not make that sound, not ever. Thank y'all for that little intermission. But I think too, you have to work on how you truly feel. And say, listen, this is how I'm feeling, and with no shame.
Yeah, but also telling the people that you know, like, that's what I've learned is the things that I'm keeping in my head ain't necessarily what might be people are thinking. So let me not cause my own issue that I feel about something by just saying, hey, I miss this, or I don't like this, or I wish this, and then just go from there. It's like, you know, I
feel like you're kind of good at saying, like, you miss people.
I'll say I miss you, but it would be like, I'm disappointed that I said I missed you and I still haven't called you. You haven't called me. You haven't answered. Like, I want to be like stuff like that to finish what I'm saying. Like, I miss you and I need to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
How the monkey over here when y'all done?
We got other plans.
You already know. But with your emotions, you can practice self-care. Take breaks when you need it. Mindfulness is so important. My last 2 semesters in college, mindfulness was on every subject. Because we have to be mindful of how we feeling. We got to be mindful if we're in a space of burnout. You got to be mindful of your emotions. You got to be mindful of those things. And I think a lot of times, especially in helping job and helping positions, that mindfulness goes out the window because it becomes more robotic. But engage in healthy activities. Support. We just had a whole conversation about support and realizing that you need support. And being a person who gives support.
Exactly. Honey.
Accepting support is big. Oops.
2 things, like I said, you know, acts of service, but then if you're real picky with your acts of service, I don't know if people want to necessarily help. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I need support, but I don't know how to ask for it. Okay. Like, I need support, but it's like, I've never been able to get consistency. Like, I am consistent.
I think it's important, too, to realize that the level of support that you need changes with you as you grow. So the type of support that I may have needed from you previously is not the same support that I need from you now. You know, so being able to identify that you have changed, you have grown, what you need from people has changed. Yes. And we were talking about it. Of course, it comes up in the sense of business a lot. Like, you be like, oh, my God, I can't believe that you didn't support me, you know, but it's almost like, are we saying what we need?
Yes. That's the biggest thing.
And let me tell you, nothing that I'm talking about I could ever obsolete myself from. Like, I'm coming from a real human place, you know? And when you do say what you need and it doesn't happen, I think that's where it causes the disconnect.
Yes.
And it makes you stop asking for things.
Yes. Yep. I'm like, check in, checkmate, okay?
But having a connection with others is very important, though. Having a connection, like a real connection, because humanly connections is something that we require anyway.
It is.
So,
but when you can trust that person,
the best thing.
But when you can trust that person and really be like what that person says, you know their true intentions with people. And I feel like that's what people have to really ask about, the true intentions of people and what you're getting from that person. Like, this person rocks with me.
Yeah.
If she's telling me something, it's something that I need to either listen to or take heed to, or be like, if she didn't love me, she would just let me continue to act any fucking type of way.
Yeah.
So I think when don't think of a friend trying to check you in a way of like, oh, this is for me, I need you. No, I'm telling you because I care.
About you. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that you see out there reacting to a fool and you just don't say nothing, you know, because it's almost like, is it really even my place to say something? But what are some things that you are currently doing to help yourself heal from some type of traumatic thing? And that's the same question to you guys out there. What are some things that you're doing, and not the monkey, literally? yeah. I'll go first. Okay. I feel like I've used that one a lot. I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting work and understanding of the, what do you call it, like the picture, the diaphragm. You know, if you had if you had like a big ass platform of your life, like why this thing connected to this thing that made this thing, and this is who you are now because of that. You know, like kind of like
a graph.
Like almost like Tetris, right? Okay. And this piece fits here and this piece fits there, but this is like a hierarchy of an organization. Okay. And
but of your emotions,
these branches are all created from this situation to this situation. So any space like of like, oh my God, I may have felt like I was either a shitty person or I treated somebody shitty. I still have to figure out what it was about me, because we know that's not who I am. You have to be very honest with yourself. Like, is this really who you are? Is this who you are as a person? Or did you just have some fucked up shit going on at the time?
Yes. And I always say, like, my sister would say when I was younger, I was sneaky. And I was like, when I was sneaking us food in the fucking room for us, I'm like, I don't know if that would say that I am. Like, I could have done something sneaky, and as my growing process, that's what I learned within myself. Because when bad shit happen, after I know I do bad shit, I get scared. Like, oh, instant karma. It don't be like I do something that I know that I normally wouldn't do, and I feel that I get paid back as soon as something bad happens to me.
You manifest that, baby.
But it happens all the time. So that's why,
because you say it, you know, like, I don't know if she's on here or not, but we used to go on vacation, like, it's always something bad happening to me. It's gonna be me. With the food situation, so we could talk about you.
Yes, because
you said it. You said it. You created it. You put it out there, and no matter how much that lady was trying to fix it, you were so fixated on the fact that I knew my food was going to be messed up that you didn't realize that she fixed it and gave you free food and all kind of other shit, because it's already the thought. So it's almost like if you change your thought process, like, they ain't going to mess up my food this time.
Yes.
We have to change how we think about things, because we're putting it in the universe. And that leads me to, why do we need to heal? Like, why do you need to heal? Because of things like that. Like, we have to change our mindsets.
Yes. And you can be spewing out on people that you don't know that you are.
All the time.
So
I call it bleeding.
Yes. Bleeding out. I feel like it's more like
word vomit.
I didn't learn about it until we start talking about emotional intelligence. I knew that I'm reactive. I'm like, I didn't understand that. I'm like, I'm emotional, but I'm reactive. And I don't like that. At certain points, I like to yell or cry because I'm so emotional. And it's like, no, but it's not teaching my children, my husband, how to help me, support me in that instance. It'll either make them shut down. Yeah. Right? Or feel like, hey.
And then you don't know why they shut down. Like, it's such a sticky situation, that little motherfucking unhealed person of us.
Yes.
But it's very important because it does make you see the world different. It make you see people different. It make you view love different, your emotional damage. It has long-term effects, probably sometimes on your entire life, if you never deal with it. It has psychological effects, so I had to go look up the medical terminology, and it's your amygdala and your hippocampus.
Okay, what's the big word? Ooh, what's about that?
The amygdala is the brain's emotional center. It's responsible for how we react to the good, the bad, and everything in between. We work out the trauma. We work out of trauma response because you have that core memory, like your show.
I know.
Like your movie. So we kind of act out of that. You know what I mean? And we build a guard. We won't allow love. That's when anxiety builds up, stress builds up, and it starts to overall affect you and trickle down and spill out over to your kids or your siblings or your husbands or whoever, you know what I mean, at your job. We all know it's people. We know it's somebody at the job that's always on some bullshit. Like, why are you bringing your bullshit here? We all dealing with bullshit, but here come negative ass dancing.
Man, and that takes so much out of me,
It does, because you're there to make money. I'm not here to be bickering with you. I don't care. Like, if you don't want to deal with what you got going on at home, if your kids is beating you up and you come to work and acting a fool, you don't need to be spilling that out on people. It's time for you to heal that thing. And physical effect, heart health, mental health, physical health, generational health. Generational health is a real thing. So how can we recognize that we're actually doing the work? Like, what are some signs that it's happening? But real quick, we got Lay said that was her. So are you the person who don't like to ask for support? Because I remember that coming up then. And Cash, I 100% agree with you. I have learned that, especially since my mom passed. How can I be supportive to you? What can I do? Because I might want to show up the way I want to show up, and I might feel like I'm doing my best shit. I'm supporting you. I am there for you. But in reality, I haven't done the one thing that you need me to do.
Is to ask you.
No, like whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because I've done all these things. I don't know why you don't get it. Why you don't get it? I'm there for you, right? I'm supportive to you, right? And you might just need me to sit there and shut the fuck up. Just sit in silence with you. That might be what you need. So you have to be intentional about finding out what they need. Channeling my feelings. Why do I feel like this? What are my triggers? That's key. Taking it out, talking it out, yes, and self-reflecting. That's the big one.
I think it is.
Self-reflection it's I don't know if this is the season or the reason, but it's basically so.
Because you can't change nobody but yourself.
You can't.
So you have to go within the reason of why you continue to feel the way, and or why you stay after you continue to feel the way. You gotta keep asking all these fucking layered questions like a Pillsbury crescent roll.
Like you just peeling it
off.
And I think that for me, the biggest one is I feel less anxious and less tense.
Yes.
I know we started out with like me going to get my stretches and I got to get my massages because my muscles will lock up on me and tense up.
Yeah.
Because of tension. I never
started feeling that until now. That's why I'm like, what? Never.
But that's, to me, I feel like it's a traumatic response. I think you breathe easier. Like you focus and you pay attention more to your breathing. In and out.
I liked how she did. I was like,
because
I was that hurt, because I ran up these stairs. I was like trying to
just to calm you down, bring you back down.
And I was like, I didn't breathe that hard afterwards. Okay, I had to think like, so just breathe in, breathe out. Slowly.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
Y'all know Missy is in the. Okay,
I've seen it.
Yes.
Understanding that you're in a safe space and you're protected. I think we operate out of fear. Because fear is driven so much. And they know that causes money, but that's a different conversation. Knowledge of your feelings and being comfortable with them, understanding them.
My fear of abandonment is really going forward.
It's driving.
It is driving a lot, and that's why it's like you have to examine, like you said, and then figure out where on that piece of road, where did it come from?
Where did it come from? Why am I afraid of being abandoned? But the fact that you can identify it is the biggest piece, because sometimes you don't. You just be like, oh, well, no, I don't want him to leave me. Like, and people be oblivious to the fact, like, there's a connection, and I don't like for people to leave me. I feel abandoned or whatever that thing is. Giving yourself self-compassion and the reduction of shame and self-doubt is huge.
Oh my God, self-doubt. I think that's the biggest issue for me as well, is the self-doubt. I don't put all my emphasis or my stuff to myself, knowing, like, when we talk, I try to, I'm very transparent, but I'm learning that I ain't got to tell everybody this. It is okay for you to, be selective on who you want to, because people use that. And I've learned that too, especially if they know, if you're already giving them the blueprint how to fuck over you or manipulate you, that is what they gonna do. The wrong ones, right? So if you know the right ones to talk to and let them say, like, hey, this is showing up. This is showing up when we hang out with each other.
And it's showing up and there's no pushback. The defense mechanism is huge, because you're trying to defend your position. You're trying to defend who you are as a good person. You're trying to defend the thing that happened, but nobody's focused on what we're discussing and how you made me feel. Like, why are you defending that? We're not even talking about that. That's big.
It's the acknowledgement.
That's big. That's big. Self-doubt is a sneaky, creepy, little stanky motherfucker. You'll have a reason to self-medicate. A lot of people self-medicate when they are dealing with something that they haven't healed from. You don't self-medicate as much. You don't need to have a drink every day when you get off work. Or, we talked about marijuana yesterday, and people were, the fact of it being medicinal, but also can be addictive, right? And you have the people like, I can't function if I don't smoke. I can't eat if I don't smoke. I can't get up and start my day if I don't smoke. Your body is a self-motivator. It's a self-starter. It gets up, it goes to sleep, it does everything for you. Yeah. But it's what you're doing to it and taking care of it. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, make sure that natural. You are at place. So let me top on this few real quick, because it's a lot and I want y'all to know, and we only got like 3 minutes. Okay. But coping mechanisms, recognizing that things have changed and probably will never go back to the way they were, and being okay with it. Understanding your triggers, apologize to yourself, to others, and if you can't get one that you owed, maybe journal about it, write it, burn it, do whatever you got to do, but you can get that apology one way or another, or give it if you know that you're wrong. Self-love, loving yourself enough through whatever, understanding that you make mistakes and forgive yourself. There is not an amount of love that anyone else needs to give you, because you've already given it to yourself. Loving yourself through mistakes, shame, guilt, insecurities, like we said, self-doubt. Being comfortable with asking for help. No longer needing to have the same conversation about the same thing. You can tell that you're healing because you don't even care to talk about it no more. And I love that for me, because I'm a self-dweller. I'm going to dwell on it until it gets fixed. And I hate that. Hate it. Grieve it. Understand it. Stop hyper-focusing on it. Being less offended and defensive. Focusing on changing your habits. Healthier become a factor. Now you physically want to get healthy. You mentally want to get healthy. You sexually want to get healthy. You emotionally want to get healthy. Like, you want to do these things. You're working to do these things. So, and you get back into a routine of exercise and fun and outings and human connection, because sometimes we isolate. But what are 3 things, really quick? One of the 3, I'll give you 3, that you're going to use to implement to heal something, either heart, mind, or body. Body. What is something you're going to do to body?
Oh, I'm going to start, go to the doctor.
All right, go to the doctor. I will say heart, and I will say forgiveness. Forgiveness is key. I have to keep telling myself, like, Tosh, play us fuck up. But it doesn't change who you are as a person, and we talked about that yesterday as well. But thank y'all so much for tuning in on our new day, our new time. I hope it works out better for you guys to listen in.
Yes.
And we will be here next Thursday. Matter of fact, make sure y'all inbox us and let us know if there's some things that you want to talk about, because it's important that we have conversations and topics that are important to your heart. But until then, we love y'all. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh,
Click it. Hey.